I still don't have a microphone yet. we're on the same day. I'm still recording a video. But what we're going to do here is give you some warm-up exercises that you can do with your partner. In some of my emails, we've talked about some exercises that the student can do on their own. But we're going to talk about some warm-up exercises that a parent or a sibling can do with their partner. So this first one is going to deal a little bit with blade work and a little bit with footwork. All right? So we're going to start off with pool noodles. The key here is, especially if you've got a shorter pool noodle, is to establish a distance that's correct with a pool noodle. You don't want to be too far. All right? So you have to establish your own lunge distance. So for these ones, we're going to establish a lunge distance. That's the distance in which Isabel or my student can lunge. Let's try that again. That's her lunge distance. So her normal distance would be about here with her weapon. If she tried to lunge there, it'll be a little bit far for her, or she's lunging pretty far. So we're going to keep a smaller lunge distance. So this first exercise, we want to make sure that we keep small advances and bigger retreats. But the part of the fencer, especially if they're holding a weapon, they want to make sure they're out in 6. All right? We're going to try to stay within the picture here. But for this first exercise, as a coach, you don't need to be advancing or retreating. You can just walk. We can keep it short and easy for the first one. All we're trying to do is get them moving. All right? Nothing hard. They don't have to attack. They just have to move with me and keep proper distance. They're not getting too far or too close. So the first one, you don't have to go fast at all. You can change directions, go a few steps, but their job is to maintain distance and not get too far or too close. You can go a little bit faster. You can change speeds as well, but you also want to make sure when you stop, they stop as well. They don't keep moving. Some people, if I stop, they keep moving forward and they get too close. Or if I'm going forward and I stop, it takes them too long for them to stop. All right? So start off slow. That way they keep that distance. And you can change the speed, make sudden stops, and see if they'll also stop at the same time. All right? So this is just regular footwork exercises, and we're doing it with pool noodles. All right? We can also do it with a regular weapon. If you remember the previous video, or if you watched the previous video on what you can use, so only one person has equipment. So this one, stay where you are, Isabel. You want to make sure that you're not too close. So if you're crisscrossing kind of right in the middle, that's too close. All right? So the distance right here for her lunge distance will be right at the top third of the weapon. So I give her an opening, she'll be able to hit. We're not hitting in this exercise, we're just moving her around. Again, we're not getting too close or too far. Notice I'm not advancing or retreating, I'm just walking, she's doing the work. Other things for your fencer that they need to remember is making sure that their feet aren't coming together. They're doing small advances, small retreats. We're kind of staying in the middle here because we're trying to stay in the picture, but make sure if you've got space at home, if you're doing this in the backyard or in the garage or the sidewalk in front or someplace where you have more space, go more than a few steps. Use a strip is 14 meters, so you want to be able to use this whole strip. Now I can make sudden steps. I can go a little bit faster. I can try to trick her. And she'd have a little bit difficult time, but that's okay. But we can move a little more. I tend to go to advance or retreating because that's what I normally do. But if you're not a fencer, you can move back and forth, just like that. All right, so that's a warm-up just with footwork. Nice and easy. It doesn't have to be too fast. We also covered in some of the other videos, hopefully I'll have it in line by the time I post this, the different footwork that you can do. So if you don't know all the different footwork, watch some of the videos and you can cover how to do advanced lunges, patinandos, balestras, checks, all the footwork that we do in class. And we'll have a list online. All right, so the next part of this exercise is basic blade work. On guard. Remember they have to be in 6. We're going to move off this way. I think you're off camera a little bit. There you go, right there. So basic blade work. So the first one, we're not going to move all around. Now this may be simple, but these are exercises that we do even with the advanced students. Simple stuff that we do in class. I give her an opening, she lunges and hits. Well, that's good for now. I give her an opening, she lunges and hits. Other things we can do, she's a little tad close. Move back just a tad bit. Good. I can go after the weapon, she doesn't disengage and hit. Key here is we'll go very, very slowly, is making sure she keeps it small and she starts going forward as she's going around. Rather than going around, then going forward, she wants to go around and forward at the same time. So as a coach, with your PVC pipe, all you're doing is, you don't have to do it correctly as long as you're moving towards her weapon and around. I caught her that time. So coach, what you are doing is a parry forward. Alright? Earlier, I gave you an opening. Alright? Openings just make it obvious for them. She's a little close. Opening, she goes straight to me. Make sure she extends before she lunges. Parry forward. Alright? She is circling around doing a disengage. I can also do a circle 6, so I'm going to the other side of the weapon. She'll do a counter disengage. So we'll go very slowly. Instead of going to her weapon, I'm going under her weapon and trying to catch it from the other side. So if you're the coach, what you're doing is a clockwise motion with your weapon. So if you watch again, the clockwise motion is a circle 6. She's doing a counter disengage and she's hitting. For the student, make sure they stay in their lunge for a second. So if you watch Isabel, when she lunges, she stays in her lunge for a brief second. She'll do it again. Ready? She'll stay in her lunge and then she'll recover. What you don't want the student to do is hit and bounce back. Come back just a little bit. So hit and bounce back. That. Alright? We don't want that. Let them stay in the lunge. Alright? These aren't supposed to be tricky attacks or tricky lessons. These are just to get them warmed up. Alright? Option number 2 for this one. Simple option is just to give them an attack. In this case, what you're doing is pointing at them. So you want to fully extend the weapon, not down here, not up here. You want to point it at them. They will do a parry repulse. Alright? Just for their safety, when you give it to them after they parry, go ahead and bring the weapon down. Or bring the PVC pipe down. You don't want to leave it up there where they lunge and they hit. Okay? Or they get hit on the face. Alright? Key things to remember here for the student. So student, hopefully you're watching this video too. Make sure you parry first. You don't want to move your foot. She's going to come back and extend. Then you lunge. Try that again. She's going to parry, extend, and lunge. Ready? So easy. We're not going to do it with movement. We're going to add movement in just a second. Good. There's the opening. I do a parry 4. She does a disengage. I do a circle 6. Good. Or I can attack. She does a parry repulse. Alright? So we're going to break down some of those attacks real quick, and then we're going to add some movement to it. So the regular attack, students, I want you to remember to extend first. Make sure you pick up your toe, and then lunge. Stay in your lunge, Isabel. So her knee is straight forward, foot is straight forward, nothing is crooked. She should be landing on her heel. Alright? Hand is up above her shoulder. It shouldn't be down here. Alright? If the weapon is bending weird like that, that means her hand is too low. Hand stays high when she finishes the attack. So if you stay there, Isabel, that's a good strong lunge. Back to on guard. So once again, extend, toe up, and lunge. Alright? You want to make sure that your heel's not picking up first. When your heel picks up first, you tend to turn the foot. So if you watch your feet, hopefully the foot's in camera. Extend and lunge. Alright? Now the disengage. The key here is using her fingers to make the smallest amount of movement. So it's about the size of a circle. Alright? When you saw, hopefully I posted videos earlier. One of the exercises that we covered is making sure that you do small circles. So on this one, we'll do it very, very slowly. She needs to do a small circle to get around my weapon. This would be a big circle. That's really big. The other key here is making sure that she is back forward before she lunges. She doesn't want to start her lunge while she's still going around. So let's do the proper thing first. She's going to disengage, start her extension, then lunge. You don't have to go super fast. Disengage, start her extension, then lunge. This would be incorrect. She wouldn't want to, as she's disengaging, lunging. So she's going to do that big disengage and lunge at the same time. Alright? Now she does a pretty good job of getting that back on target. I'm out of the picture, sorry. She's doing a great job of putting that back on target. But you want to make sure that the student stays small before she goes. Not big and lunging while they're still turning. That's big. Alright? You want to keep it small. Same thing with a counter disengage. You want to keep it small. Alright? Keep things small. Last thing for the parry repost. The parry repost, Isabel, if you can turn this way and face the camera. For the parry repost, if you have a weapon at home on guard, remember the parry is a small turn of the wrist. So the guard really isn't moving that much. The point is the one that's moving in a quarter arc. So parry, when you come off the weapon, you go back to where you came from. That's different from a hinge of the wrist. That's also different from a push of the wrist. Alright? So if you watch Isabel on this one, she'll parry first. We'll go slowly. She'll extend, and then she'll lunge. Alright? We'll do all the same things with a pool noodle. On guard. Come forward. Just there. You're fine. So all the same things. Opening. Pool noodles are a little bit flimsy. Good. I can look for it. These are all good techniques that you use at home. Even advanced fencers will still use things like this. Good. I can attack. Good. Good. And you can notice that we started combining everything. Good. So this creates decisions for them to see. Once they have the cue of what they need to do, then they can execute what they need to do. So the last thing we're going to add to this, and we're going to start off with the pool noodles first, is some movement with the exercise. We're going to try to stay within camera here, on guard, so we can move. It doesn't have to be fast. You can stay small. I'll try to do this while walking. So it's going to be similar to what the parents or siblings might be doing. Alright? For this exercise, when you're not moving, that's when you give them what to do. Don't do it while you're moving just yet. So notice I have stopped moving, then I give her what to do. Good. Parry repost. So we'll do it one more time with the with equipment. So she's got the one person with a weapon. I'm holding the PVC pipe. Make sure she's in 6. We're going to try to stay in camera here. Good. Good. I was doing that with movement. She was moving when I gave the cue. It's not what I want you to do. We're going to keep things easy and give her something to hit when I stop moving. Good. Good. Haven't given her an attack yet, so let's do that. Good. Alright, so we started off with just basic movement. Doesn't have to be fast, but you just want them moving back and forth and making good advances and good retreats. Alright? So the second thing we did was we started to do Bladework exercises. Bladework exercises we were doing without movement at all. Alright, so a quick review. Moving back and forth, we can do that. The second exercise that we did was standing still, giving blade work. For this one, we were giving attacks, by opening up, disengages, counter disengages, above her ankle. All right, this would be too much. Go beyond your ankle. Go, 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 go. Push forward, push forward. This is too far. All right, she can reach that far, but that's not how far I want you to go. If you look at her back leg is straight. Good. Go to your lunge again. Good. Her back leg is straight, and ideally, her back arm is out as well. That's your ideal lunge. We just broke a weapon. All right. So we're going to grab another weapon. Isabel, grab my practice weapon over there.
Why do you don't lunge like that?
That's okay. Hopefully your weapon doesn't break at home. Ready? So there's the attack with the opening, the disengage, the counter disengage, take a step back, I might be just barely out of camera, or the parry repose. Okay? We did everything with movement. Now the last thing we're going to add in there is decision making and distance. Alright? So let's do this without doing advancing retreats first. So what I mean by decision making distance, what we haven't covered yet are attacks without lunges. I can take a step forward and give her an opening, in which case all she has to do is extend. So you can do this without movement. Instead, you can give her an opening at lunge distance. You can give your student an opening while going forward, in which case she just has to extend. Let's try that again. She's pushing forward with her hand. I can give her disengages and take a step forward at the same time, and she knows that she doesn't have to take a step forward or lunge. I can give her disengages to not go anywhere, and she'll figure out, I'm extending, oh, I can't hit, so I need to lunge. I can do the same thing with counter disengages. All right? Last thing, I can give her attacks. We saw this earlier on. I can also give her attacks while taking a step forward. So now she has to make the decision whether or not she's either going to take a lunge or stay where she is. So, your choices as a student or as a coach. You can open and stay where you are. She lunges. You can open and take a step forward. Let's try that again. You can open and take a step forward. She's going to extend and hit without lunging. I can parry. She'll disengage and lunge. I can parry and take a step forward at the same time. She'll disengage and extend. I'll circle 6. She'll lunge when I stay where I am. I can circle 6 and take a step forward. All right? Last thing, I can attack. She'll parry repost if I didn't go anywhere. Or if I attack and take a step forward, she'll stay where she is. Now we can add everything together. Now this is going to be a little bit difficult. I'm used to the routine, but try as a coach to add different things together. Not really put them all together, but one after the other. And you don't have to go fast. So if you watch Isabel, I give her an opening, take a step forward, I come back, I attack again, I take a step back. Ah, she made a mistake there, she guessed. Good, I can stay where I am again. She goes back, I give an attack. I take a step forward, good, I come back. It's a little bit of a dance. Good. All right. So now you can give actions where they're just having to extend or to lunge. All right. So last thing, we can put everything together and we can move back and forth. Again, we're going to try to stay in camera here, so we're not going to go too far. Later on, I'm going to get a microphone so we can put the camera further back, and that way we can use a whole strip to give these lessons. Good. Oh, she got caught there. I can take a step forward. Oh, there's an opening there. She didn't take it. Good. I'm going a little fast. I'm used to these movements, so feel free to do it slowly. Good. We're going to do one more with full noodles. On guard. So same thing. She's going to be a little bit closer here because we've got full noodles. You can can go back just a little bit. So we can move back and forth. Good. I give her the opening, there. I go back. Circle 6. I attack. Good. I bring it back. Good. Good. We can move around again. We'll go a little fast here. Feel free to go a little bit slower. Good. All right. So that's a basic warm-up exercise. You can use it for a drill, but these are simple things that they can do to get things small and get those decision-making happening. All right. So I'm glad hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and we're going to plan our next video. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.